Oh, was nearly a blooper, that was. Nearly had 250 quid off if you've been framed then, if I ended up falling in, just ended on. It's proper slippy, isn't it?
Hi, YouTube.
Well, hello there, and welcome to First Time Fishing with me, Big Bird. Now, just before we get into the MTX3 review, just wanted to let you know, it's Christmas coming up shortly. I've got these new hats in. First Time Fishing with Big Bird bobble hats. It's got a fleece lining inside. It's a bobble hat. Like, they're available now on the First Time Fishing website, www.firsttimefishing.co.uk. And also, we've got the caps that are back in stock as well. But I've only got a limited amount of them, so they are going to fly out. So if you want one, get one. At the moment, it's free postage, and I'll get them sent out to you as soon as I can, ready for Christmas. For the winter. Talking of winter as well, if you take up the First Time Fishing membership, this month's giveaway is some Zero Fit gear. So I've got a Heat Rub Move Parker hoodie. So that's a hoodie made out of that the actual base layer is made from. They're so warm. Comes with a hood. Lovely. I've got that in an XL because it'll fit anything from a large to a 2XL. It's absolutely fine. And then I've also got some of these. These are absolutely toasty warm. So these ones are the socks as well, the Zero Fit socks. And then we've also got the Zero Fit leggings in a size XL as well. And like I say, they'll fit anybody from like a large through to a 2, possibly 3XL. So if you're on the First Time Fishing membership and you're paying that 99p a month to try and get me some extra tackle and stuff for reviewing, this is going to be given away to you guys. We're going to have 3 different winners this month, and I'll be doing a live shortly, and we'll do the draws for that. But let's crack on with the video. You've obviously clicked on it because you want the MTX3 review. It is the cheapest matrix pole that is available at 16 meters. So there's been a lot of interest in this sort of pole, and it is my pole. So let's get up to Tunnel Barn and let's check it out. Oh, was nearly a blooper, that was. Nearly had 250 quid off if you've been framed then, if I ended up falling in, just ended on. It's proper slippy, isn't it? I'm excited today. We're at Tunnel Barn Farm. It's a proper misty, cold morning. It might not look like it because I'm in short sleeved, but I've got quite warm setting up. We've got quite a lot of equipment out today. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a really quick pole review on the Matrix MTX3 Ultra. It is the cheapest matrix pole in the range that you can buy at 16 meters. So I can see its appeal to a lot of pole anglers. So what we're going to do, it is really, really cold today, so we don't really want to be putting lots of food in it. And I know that on every single review that we do, we check and see how the pole pots. This is obviously my pole. This is a pole that I use, and I have potted it many times. It's worse than the MTX4, which wasn't too good at it. You can check that review out in the videos. What we're going to do is we are going to put some food into the end of the pot, of the pole pot, and we're going to ship it out, but not put the food in. All right, because I'm a bit scared about not getting bites today, because we've got quite a bit of footage that I want to be getting for you guys. Without further ado, let's ship it out and let's get the review done. So today we've got a camera just here, hello, and then you can see from behind me as well. So, and if we do catch a fish, which I'm hoping we do, we have got a trusty GoPro just on the landing net handle so we can get a close up of the fish. So we've got all areas covered today. So let's put a little bit of food into the end of this pot. There we go. And let's get this thing shipped out. Now I have got a set of pole nose bungs in, as you can see from the GoPro on there, on this. And as we ship this pole out, it is exactly the same finish as the MTX4. So as we're shipping it out, there's a little bit of bounce just in the end of the pole just there. The dip in it, I hope you can see from the GoPro just there. There's a slight dip in the end, and that camera angle might actually show it as well, that there is a little bit of bounce than the MTX4s. So let's get it back and let's start fishing. So, as you can see here, pop a little red maggot on there, and we'll stick a little white one on there like so. And then what we're going to do is we're also going to put a few reds just in the pole pot, just there, in the little cab pot. So let's ship this out. Like all matrix poles, it is a delight to ship out. The finish on them is very slick through the hands. I do like the material. Not really got my rollers set up perfectly today, but so here we go. Just tap a few red maggots in. Now, how hard is it to hold at 16 metres? Well, it is hard. Not going to lie to you. It is quite a heavy pole. It is a stiff pole, it is, and generally when we land sort of 6-8 pound fish, we don't tend to get a lot of bend in the pole itself. It is quite stiff. I'm nowhere near saying that it's as stiff as the MAP 1001. However, it does have a bit of play, but it hasn't got the play that the Preston poles seem to have. There we go, we've got our first fish on. And I'll tell you what, it was a very shy winter bite, that was. But the response through the pole, it is exceptional. It is really, really good. Straight away, first bite, and we're on. Break the pole down. Superb. We've got quite a strong elastic on today. It's a 10 to 12 slick elastic. We're using a 4-pound line and quite a slim down float, which we usually use for F1 fishing. We're going to have to tighten up the elastic a little bit here, to be honest. He does not want to come and say hello, does he? He's a big fish. He's a big fish. He's a big fish. I think he's a big F1. I do need a bigger net. Oh my days. Well, I didn't think we were going to be catching things this size today. Not going to lie to you. Wow. Right in the side of the lip. Here he is. He's very angry. He's literally like an ice block. But what a fish for the winter time at Tunnel Barn Farm. I don't think we're going to top that today, and that's properly tested out the MTX3 on winter fishing. Absolute stunner. I think we'll go and discuss the findings in the garage, to be honest. Absolutely incredible. And he didn't half fight considering it's winter. I'm going to put the ice block back now and let him go and try and warm up. Back to the garage. So that's the MTX3, and what a shock that 5-pounder was, doing like winter fishing, and we'd literally just been tipping some little micros into that spot, and I'd had like a couple of like 1 pound F1s, 1.5 pounders and stuff like that, and then as I hit the record button, that 5-pounder came up. It was absolute red letter, that was. Absolutely loved that fight, loved it. So what an example as well of how the MTX3 can actually handle those bigger fish. I know that they're not fighting as much in the winter, but I can't just wait until the winter to do all of the pole reviews, so I'm trying to slot them in where I can. But it was a great example, great example. The pole itself, it is very heavy. It's got the same sort of makeup as the MTX4, etc. You know, similar carbons, but you still get the rigidity. So you've still got the rigidity and you still have the strength. Is there a little bit of dip at the end at 16 metres? Yes, there is. I wouldn't say that it is as straight as the MTX4 at 16 metres. There is that little dip. But because of the carbon makeup, I don't think you're missing out on the responsiveness at all. So lightness, the weight of it is an issue. It's an issue. It is very, very heavy at 16 metres. It's the kind of pole that if you want 16 metres and you're going to regularly fish at 16 metres, don't buy it. Don't buy it at all. But if you, in a match, you've got an island that's 16 metres away and you need to go out and you need to fish there for an hour, then yeah, it's great for an hour. Your back will hurt a little bit as you're doing it. Make sure that you're sat on your side and you're using your lap to bring the pole out. But its ease of use at 16 metres, it's not great. It's not great. But it is the cheapest matrix pole that you can buy for 16 metres. So if you want a 16 metre pole that is matrix, that's the cheapest one that you can buy. Now, I have had a quick look online. They're under £1,000 at the minute. They're looking around about £950 you can find them out for, which, if you want a pole that can do everything, which, you know, is a great commercial all-round pole, you can dabble at 16 metres for an hour or two, it's an absolute bargain. Now, they have got the version 2s coming out soon, and it'll be interesting to see if there's any difference with those. The MTX3 Ultra, all of the kit is fairly standard for the type of price package of pole that you're buying. You'll get the same amount of top kits as you do like the Preston if you were paying the £1,000, etc. So I'm not going to put those up. It's a great option if you just want 16 metres and to dabble at the 16 metres, you know, occasionally for a match or so. It's definitely a pole that will stop you getting your rod out and maybe chucking a method feeder for 16 metres if you've just got an 11 metre pole or a 13 metre pole and you just need those extra 3 metres. Let's get the star ratings up on here. So as you can see, rigidness, we're giving it 3 stars. It's a similar makeup to the MTX4 in the style of the rigidness. There's a slight droop at the end of it, slight droop, which is why I think the MTX4 was a 4-star, which is why we're giving it a 3-star. Now, its strength, it comes into its own with its strength. It is fantastic. I wouldn't put it up there with the Prestons. However, we're going to give it 4 stars for that, which I think is what the MTX4 did as well. And we'll get the MTX4 results up in a second as well. Now, its responsiveness is very, very similar to the MTX4. You can see in that video, you know, it was straight up. There was a great response to the float going down. So it's very similar in those areas. And I think that's because of the similar carbon composite that it's all made up of, and they're all based around a similar pole, a bit like how the Prestons are all based around a similar pole, and then the Matrix are as well. So its responsiveness is a 4-star. Now the lightness is 3. So I think we gave the MTX4 a 5-star on that one. This is a 3-star, and that goes to show with the ease of use at 16 metres is 2 stars. It's not easy. You could not fish 5 hours with it, unfortunately. But that's the price range that we're in. So overall, bang, we give it a 3-star rating out of 5, which isn't bad. It isn't bad for a pole that's under £1,000, and we'll do 16 metres. So that's great. Let's just get the MTX4 up so that we can just see the comparison. So we've got a rigidness of 3 versus the 4, and then we've also got the strength and the responsiveness, which equals the MTX4. It is impressive in that area, but then here's where it really, really lets it down from the 3 to the 4. Is, you know, a lightness of 3 versus a lightness of the 5, and then the ease of use of 2, just because of that weight. Like, your back does start to hurt, and this is somebody who's, I've used this pole for a long time, versus the ease of use of the 4 with the MTX4. It's going to be so interesting to see the MTX5 ratings. I have managed to get one on it's coming on the first container in January, and the person who's ordered it has promised me the box. So we're going to do an unboxing, and we're going to do a testing of the MTX5 as soon as it comes into the country, which I think is in January. So that's exciting times here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and you won't miss that either. You won't miss that video when I upload it. So overall, 3 stars up here and a 4 stars down here. So that's the MTX3. I know a lot of you have been asking for it because, you know, it is a budget 16 metre pole. So, and as you all know here on First Time Fishing, I'm very honest with my reviews. You know, it is good for the money. It is great for the money, and I would recommend it for the money. But don't be expecting to fish with it for 5 hours. Simple. Don't forget to check out the First Time Fishing website, firsttimefishing.co.uk. We've got the hats and the caps are back in stock, ready for Christmas. If you can hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you can get the notifications. And if you can take up that membership, that 99p membership, we're going to be doing the draw for the Zero Fit goodies shortly. So if you can get on that, it's just 99p a month and helps make the channel grow. And thanks for being part of the First Time Fishing family. So, all there is time for me to say now is if you guys are fishing this weekend, tight lines.